Hi guys. Today the video is about how not to do keyword research. I got the idea to do this video after I was searching on YouTube content about ASO. So I always knew just one guy that was doing ASO content on YouTube, the App Masters guy. I don't remember his name. So I know he's a lot on YouTube. I've been listening to his podcast more. Like 2-3 times a year, I would listen to his podcast. Because most of the time he produces content that is for indie developers. So the level of the ASO he discussed there is more like beginners level, and also he talks a lot about things that are actually not part of like what I consider ASO, like onboarding, all of these kind of things. I'm less interested. Um, but 2-3 times a year, I would listen to him, and I would sometimes will hear good, interesting idea, and would test them out, and maybe even a few times. I don't remember exactly, but perhaps a few times. I was actually able to implement something he was recommending and see some good results. But I don't know anyone else who produces content about ASO on YouTube. So I said I'm just gonna look for keyword research for mobile apps on YouTube and see what comes up. And the videos that came up were the videos that came up in my search were just videos from app developers. So no marketing guys. And so indie developers or vibe coders with claiming to have tens of apps. One of them, I actually seen the apps. He really has like something like 30 or 40 apps. So obviously, first of all, I didn't understand why would a developer waste time, spend time on producing this kind of content. I don't have answer for this. Really, I don't. Cheers, by the way. But I decided I'm gonna watch the videos. I'm not gonna, fall into my own prejudice on who should do what. Like everybody can do whatever they want. And I would watch the video and see if maybe there are some practical advices that maybe they actually teaching you something. Not you, but I don't know. You, if you're watching this and you watch that as well, but I don't know. Maybe there's something practical that they teach. And as expected, there was none, and nothing practical. They were not teaching keyword research, and these are the most popular, I think, videos on keyword research for ASO on YouTube. One had 30,000 views, another with 5,000 views. This is extremely niche subject. I mean, there's not going to be a lot of views and searches for this kind of content, but these were the best ones, and they don't teach keyword research. They don't show keyword research. Sorry. And I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show you the videos. I'm going to talk about the videos. I'm going to show you, a screenshot of a video, and I'm going to explain to you what's wrong with this kind of method. Now, the interesting thing is both guys, they use the method of the App Masters guys. What is his name? This guy. Let me see his name. Okay, let's keep the ad. This guy. App Masters. Anyway, so this guy, with probably the best YouTube, the best podcast in the industry, probably about ASO. I don't know his name. Anyway, oh, you were not even seeing this. Okay, I was not sharing the screen. Never mind. Okay, so let me just share a screen for a second. So I meant this guy.
How?
Sorry, App Masters. I don't see his name. Okay, but this guy with the best, as I said, the best YouTube channel for ASO. Okay, so I'm going back to screen one. So the two developers with the keyword research video, they were using the method of app masters, because the app masters guy, he came up with this method. He introduced this. I mean, I don't know if he invented it, but never mind. He's talking about this method for, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years. I don't know. And I don't like this method. I mean, I like other stuff he talks about, but I don't like this method, because this is a method, really, it's only going to get you to an exact match title. That's all it's going to do. But this is not a keyword research, and this is not keyword research optimization. This is not keyword optimization. Okay, it's only going to get you to a very beginning level of having an exact match title keyword, but it's not going to explain to you what do you need to do with the subtitle, and not what you need to do with your keywords metadata. So I'm not even talking about localization, because even my tool is not going to help you with the localization, which is a completely different task and a very complicated one. But I mean, so they just use his method. First of all, there's nothing new in what they're presenting, and they present the same method that he was presenting a few years ago, which is not a method for ASO keyword research. It's a method of finding, if you're lucky, finding an exact match title to use in your app. And what I wanted to show you is to show you, why it is not a keyword research, why it's not considered a keyword research, why it's not going to be helpful, and why probably you're not gonna even be able to do it successfully. Okay, and then you can go to and watch my other videos on keyword research and see how actually it is done, and see how you can use my tool to come up with a proper keyword research and find ideas from there, and being able to optimize your entire metadata with the app title, subtitle, and keywords metadata list. Okay, so the first video, I'm gonna switch the screen now and show you. So this is the first video. So we have this guy here, probably a great developer. I don't know. Fine. I don't have a problem. Anyone can do whatever he wants. But look at the title: How I Research Keywords and Validate App Ideas. So the story he tells here is that he's sitting at home, or I don't know, thinking with himself or with his kids. I think that's what he said. And then he came up with an idea of, I need to do something. Ooh, I wish there was an app that was doing this. So in this case, he's talking about something he calls music transfer. He needs to move a playlist from Spotify or Apple Music. Fine, I don't know. There's a lot of things people like to do. If this is your thing, okay. If this is what you need to do, fine. Maybe you were on Android and you bought an iPhone, and I don't know. I tried, by the way, Apple Music. I couldn't. I mean, Spotify is like 50 times better, but whatever. So he's thinking that he's saying he came up with an idea, and then he went and searched that idea. I'm not sure, I don't exactly understand what he meant, but this is what he said, that he was searching this idea on the App Store, like on the App Store search, and getting search results. And from the search results, he got other ideas, right? Suggestions, maybe he said, for keywords. And then he went to the ASO tool and checked for these ideas. And surprise, surprise, all of the keywords have great traffic. This is great traffic for a niche app, for a super niche app. It's just an app which is actually a feature, transfer playlist. So this is a lot of traffic for such small thing. And half of them with great difficulty. I mean, low difficulty. That's easy. Just super easy. Just you have an idea, and in 2 minutes, you validate this business idea in real life in 2 minutes. Well, perhaps I'm just not. It's not. I'm not up for this level, maybe. But from doing keyword research, like if these guys have developed, I don't know, 30, 40 apps, so multiply this by 3 or 4, and you will get the amount of apps I worked with and actually optimize their ASO. So I know something about that. Maybe not on owning apps, but on that I do know. So coming up with in 2 minutes, validating a keyword that's gonna be your exact title match. I think it's just not realistic. That's what I think. I'm not saying it didn't happen here, although I do think that probably he iterated a little bit more. And in my opinion, you need to iterate maybe hundreds of times to get this right. Because if you're gonna get an idea and you're just gonna search it on the App Store, you're probably gonna get results that have nothing to do with the idea. Like absolutely nothing. If you just came up with this, if this is the first time you're validating anything, you really think you're gonna think of something and there's already a market waiting for this. Not only that there is already a market for this, there is a market with opportunities, with a keyword, with a lot of traffic, like playlist transfer, and low difficulty. How can that be? This thing contradicts itself, because if there is an opportunity with not a lot of with a lot of traffic and low difficulty, meaning that nobody is interested in this. So if nobody's interested in this, how is that a niche? How is that a business niche? Like nobody recognizes this need, and you come up with idea for a need that has a market. Because this idea came from the search, right? He found this on app titles. He did a search on the App Store and found that apps use playlist transfer, music transfers in their app title or subtitle. So it exists. This is a great idea. It came up to him in a second and he validated it in 2 minutes. And there are opportunities. There are just traffic with no competition. Like the keyword with the most traffic, like popularity 33, has the lowest difficulty. And it happened in 2 minutes. Now, I'm not saying it cannot happen. I'm saying that this can happen if you do a proper keyword research and you really do a good, thorough investigation, and you look up for at least tens of keywords, and show and look at their competition levels and their difficulty scores. And you're looking in these actual search results if there are any apps that using this, in their the exact match title. It also makes no sense that there are apps using this an exact match and it has low difficulty. It's just it works the other way around. If there are apps using it as an exact match title, so there is high difficulty score for it. But regardless of let's say you've done this. This is a great example for playing pole with the rope. Okay, I mean, the odds that you're gonna get it right on your first attempt are just insanely low, by the way. And if it does happen to you, if you have these kind of capabilities, what are you doing in this? Why are you watching videos? Like, why are you watching keyword research videos? I mean, you probably should have already become, Steve Jobs or Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, what are you doing here? I mean, if this is your, level of skills that you have, this is insane. So if you're going to try to do this, you will see that it's not working, because you cannot come up with an idea and immediately see that, oh, there is a niche for this, there is a business, and there are also here are the opportunities that I can take advantage of. It's not going to happen. You will come up with an idea, you're going to search on Apple, you're going to find nothing. You're going to see nonsense. And even when you do find something, you're not going to be able to remember, right, all of the results that you got in the search results. Like you're gonna see some apps that are relevant. Okay, so app ranked number one. Okay, they are talking just about my idea. The app number two, the trend number two, they are just very big app, but they actually like it's not their exact business. It's not exactly what they do. App number three. I mean, what the hell is that? I mean, how they got there? They have absolutely nothing to do with this. App number four. Oh, you know they are more or less solving the same problem. So there is a lot of things to analyze. You cannot analyze it in your head. This is insane. You can't. You need a software for this that will remember all of this, that will extract all the titles, extract keywords from the titles, and give it to you, to analyze, which is exactly what my tool does. So even if the method of thinking that he has, that I'm going to have an idea, and I'm going to look for the search results, and I'm going to look for what apps are using in their app titles and subtitles, and we'll try to figure out what is the niche from there. And then I will run all of the keywords and I will check their difficulty scores, and then I will find for opportunities. Like if this is what he thinks, you cannot do this without a tool like my tool. You can't do this in your head. It's impossible. Okay? But also the first thing is impossible, to come up with an idea and get results on the first attempt. It's not going to happen to you. Okay, but if you're going to use my tool, very simple. Let me just quickly show you. Right, so you don't need to have an app. Right, if you're validating a niche, you don't have an app. Start with a niche and whatever. Like he said playlist. I'm looking for playlist. Okay, move playlist. Okay, actually I have only one app with this. Insane, right? Like music transfer, no, none. Okay. For example, let's look at other like plants. Like the second example going to be about plant. That's it. Plants, plant identifier, plant care. It gives you the ideas. You pick one, plant care, go next, and it shows you the apps with this niche, right? So I don't know why for music playlist we didn't get anything. I just got one. Let's see, move playlist, one app. Free music, move playlist. Just trying this out. I'm gonna pick one. I'm gonna extract everything that I think is relevant from here. Let's give it an attempt. Okay, good. So he found a lot of apps that are doing this kind of thing. Playlist transfer. Okay, good. Playlist transfer. Good. You see, the idea that you can do this in your head is insane. It's just insane. You need the software to do this. You need the software to do these kind of things. Okay? And then you can go on and do this and, whatever. I'm not going to do this right now, okay? I'm just music transfers, playlist. Okay, you see, I got this from the tool. And there is no other tool in the industry today that's going to give you this. It's just, it's not going to happen. That's what I wanted to show. Okay, so I got this, but you need the tool for this. Like if you're gonna follow his suggestions, you're gonna end up nowhere. There is no way for you to do this in your head. Sorry, it's impossible. And again, I remind you, it's only gonna get you to an exact app title match. That's it. You're gonna give you like a string of 2 words that you're gonna use with your brand name. That's it. No subtitle, no keywords metadata. Okay. Extremely narrow niche. I unchecked almost everything. I got 36 keywords, right? I don't have a lot of search ads popularity. That's why I always say, use my tool with other tools as well. But playlist transfer. repeated 6 times. Probably the most important keyword. What the guy had? Playlist transfer. The most important keyword. Exactly. Repeated in 6 different. Well, this is a good keyword, right? So, guys, you're never gonna convince me that you can come up with this idea in your head in 2 minutes. It's not gonna happen. And if it happens to you, as I said, just do something else with your life. I mean, you are probably the kind of people that, you need to save humanity. Don't waste your time on this. Okay. So again, just he says it's a keyword research. And guys, this is not keyword research. First of all, where is the research? And second of all, what are you doing with your up title, subtitle, and metadata keywords? What is the solution for all of this? Because this is what you need to take care of if you want your app to be optimized for search. Now, in the end of his video, he shares a list. Where is this? A list of good keywords in and out of niches. I don't know if they are good. I'm just saying that if they are good, it's going to take you time to come up with those keywords, to find them out. And the tool that I developed is the best tool to get you there. There is no other tool that's going to get you there faster. But I'm just looking at the keywords. There's a lot of niches that I don't know, so I'm not going to say anything. But interval timer and watt timer, I did work with such an app of watt timer. This is a very unique niche inside of the health and fitness industry. This is for people who they're not looking to care for their fitness and health. They are for people who are insanely deep in this whole training and lifting, heavy lifting and thing. I mean, they are just, they spend hours in gym or practicing or whatever they do. So this is a very specific niche, and this is insanely competitive keyword. So from his tool, it got 51. But again, you need to understand that there are things behind this number. And you cannot just say, oh, this is the difficulty score 51, and then just, okay, 51. Because what you need to understand, the difficulty scores are not official data shared by Apple, like app popularity, which they take from Apple ads. Difficulty scores are a formula that each ASO intelligence tool develops on its own. Most of them probably have the same parameters, like how many reviews on average apps that in the top 10 or top 5 have, what are the average rating they have, how many apps in the top 10 or top 50 use the exact search term in their app titles or subtitles or whatever. And they do kind of like a combination from this, and they have some formula with weights, but everybody decides for its own. So you don't know that this tool is going to give you 51, you're going to go to another tool that's going to give you something else. The thing is that you need to know what are the parameters creating this score, and exact match apps with exact match titles in the top 10 or the top 50 are the best indicator. And then the amount of reviews they have, obviously, but the amount of reviews just tells you how many reviews you need to get for Apple to consider you as a player for this keyword. So this is something that you don't need to base your decision just on that. Okay, but you certainly want to know. And the tool that he shared doesn't show this, not in that screen that he shared, right? And my tool does. Running interval timer. So popularity score of 19. Interval timer are extremely difficult keyword to rank for. I mean, don't develop an app if this is what you want to do. I mean, this is the thing with having and trying to validate keyword research before you have an app. I don't know. It doesn't look to me like a very reasonable method. I mean, you need to develop a tool that's going to be helpful for people. This is what I think. This is why I don't do this, because I cannot come up with an idea that I think going to be beneficial for a lot of people besides the keyword research tool that I did, right? and other tools, ASO, right? But interval timer is extremely difficult keyword to compete for. Now he is saying running interval timer, because interval timer, if you think about it, this is not a keyword to be used for running apps. Like if your app is for runners, interval timer is more about people who do sets of training. I mean, I think it's more related to there. Running an interval timer is a little bit weird. But if there is a market for this, if there are searches for this, yeah, it could be a good keyword. But again, low, very low traffic, and the popularity is high because probably a lot of interval timers that are not about running are going to be ranked for this keyword, and then they increase their difficulty score, which is 51, which is high even in this example. So I don't know why he's giving this, because this is high, but let's just see. Interval timer Tabata, not running up, not a running up, not a running up, not first running up, ranked sixth. Exactly what I said, and I didn't see it before. It was live. I didn't see it before. Right? Not a running up, not a running up. Run ninth. The app ranked ninth using interval app. So it's a little bit weird, but that's okay for start. That's okay for start. I just don't think that you should do a keyword research and then develop an app based on the keyword research, because until you develop the app, you don't know who is going to compete in this. So just do a good app, solve problems to people, and then think how to market this. I don't understand this mindset, but maybe I'm wrong, because the other guy is doing the same thing. He's doing the same thing. My keyword research process before writing any code. I need more drinks. So this guy has 30 apps, and one of them are like a plant app. I'm gonna do another video for keyword research for his plant app, like plant tracker, plant care app, plant identifier. Just to show you how to do keyword research for this, because I've seen his app, and it's for sure not optimized for keywords, but it's gonna be another video. Now, the method he's showing here, I think it's the same tool. The method he's showing here is way better than what we've seen here. Okay? And I'm going to explain you why. But in essence, it's the same method, because it's trying to dig an exact match app title. I mean, this idea that the App Masters guy came up with 8 or 9 years ago, something like that. It's the same idea. Okay? So what he's doing, he's taking an app he thinks is the market leader. It's called Planta, and the app is ranked for 12,000 keywords. But this is good. And why is this good? Because if it is really the market leader, so market leaders, like huge apps with tens or hundreds of thousands of reviews that lead not necessarily an app store category, but a niche in the app store, they would rank for almost anything. Like Apple would rank them, index them, not necessarily in the top 10, but will index them, because you see the app count. So it just says that the app is ranked for a keyword. Doesn't mean it necessarily ranked in the top 10 or something. Just ranked, just indexed. So Apple will index them for almost anything in their niche, in their category. And that means that if you go and you do a keyword research like myself, all your research is going to show up in these 12,000 keywords. So if you do my research, like my method, you're going to end up with 100 to 1,000 keywords. Not all of them relevant. You need to filter through this list. And this entire list is going to be inside these 12,000 keywords, if this is really the market leader, if it's really a big app. The thing is then that you need to filter out from up to 1,000 keywords or from 12,000 keywords. Like, what do you prefer? I think it's the question. The answer is pretty simple, but nevertheless, if all of the keywords you're going to find with me are going to be in here, and they are going to be if this is really a big app, which is the market leader in plants, right? Because probably there is no other keywords that are searchable, that people search, and app generate traffic for those keywords, and they're not going to be the market leader. Apple is not going to index the market leader for this keyword. Probably it does not exist. So it's going to be here. Your job is to find it. Okay. So what he did, he looked at a list of 12,000 keywords. He is then filtering popularity 20 and up, and he's looking at difficulty 60 and below. It's good, good. Okay, obviously, I mean, this is what you should do. This is reasonable. But then, you see, he scrolled down until he got to the letter P, because probably they sorted by the ABC. So he got to P, L, and then he looks at plant, everything that's plant, and he's just going one by one. Now, if you watched my video, you would see that eventually at the keyword optimization, at the metadata optimization level, which is the second part of my keyword research tool, this is what I'm doing. I'm just not doing it with 12,000 keywords. I'm doing it with much less, but nevertheless, this is exactly what I'm doing, and I'm looking at keywords. But then each keyword that I analyze, again, I'm not only looking at the difficulty score, because I already said difficulty score are calculated based on whatever the developer decided. And you can see here that they are how simple they are, how not simple, sorry, how similar they are to each other. They are all between 50 and 57. Okay, 49 and 57, 59. Okay, so I mean, he's doing whatever he wants, and we don't know what he's doing. And what we really want to know is how many apps in the top 10 or the top 20 use this as an exact match in their app title, and how many reviews these apps generate. If you can tell me, so tell me also how much the reviews they generate, like per year, an average. This is also something that my tool tells you. And what is their average score? And then you can get a better understanding of where you're going to find the opportunity. But again, this is only for an exact match title. It's not going to tell you anything about what your subtitle should be or your list of metadata keywords should be. Okay. So yeah, this method is better, but this is not a keyword research, guys. This is not keyword research. Sorry. Really sorry about it. I mean, so here's the thing. If you want to learn something online, I mean, this is in general my opinion on, online content, online educative content. If you're looking to learn for something, but you are only looking for production value, meaning that you're going to look for bloggers that have perfect English, big mic, who edit their videos, who add time codes. Who has time to add time codes? I don't understand. So you're going to get production value. Sorry. Like, if you're looking for production value is what you're going to get. You don't going to get any business value, any marketing understanding, and you're not going to learn how to do keyword research. Okay, but you're going to get production value because he has a nice cam and a nice mic, and he edits the videos, all of this kind of things. That's what I think. So, I mean, be careful. I'm sure the guys, they put out good content for indie developers, but not on keyword research. And if you're going to do keyword research like that, at best, if you're lucky, if you're smart and you know what you're doing, you're gonna recognize an opportunity for sorry, you're gonna recognize an opportunity for a keyword that can be an exact match in your title. That's all. And if you're gonna develop your app from this moment, and it's gonna take you, let's say, 2 months, this opportunity can be gone till then. It can be gone till then. So what's the point? What's the point? That's it. I will do a keyword research video about the app of this guy, Daniel. I will do this and we'll try to fix his keywords metadata, whatever. I mean, sorry, my phone is ringing. I have to go. Okay. Thanks. Bye.